But for now, I got a guy. There's some guys that come out here and duck hunt. I'll take you back to the duck hunting blind here in a minute.
Oh, you were telling me about those guys.
Yeah, and so they come in and they come in and bush hog and stuff like that, and then a couple times a year I have a guy come and bush hog all this and stuff and get this knocked down. But all this stuff, look at this, all this stuff that's been growing up, I kind of like it.
I know, that's what
I'm not.
It's
That
really
wasn't
good
a real
for
big.
pollinators.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. What'd you find?
This caterpillar here
Yeah.
eats passion flower.
Oh yeah.
So this is a passion flower vine, and that's the only
Yes.
caterpillar that eats it.
Yeah. So we up in the last week or 2 weeks. Isn't that something?
Yep. I'm loving it. Look at this little guy. I could stay out here for hours just looking at bugs, Mark.
Oh, I know. I mean, you see things
There
more
you go,
than,
buddy.
You probably see things more than I do. I grew up in Illinois, but I didn't grow up around forests. So I grew up in the middle of cornfields.
Oh, we grew up in a trailer in the woods.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
So.
There you have it. Now, I had a couple of people came and helped me out and did volunteer work, and this whole hillside here was unnavigable.
Yeah.
So all of that brush pile there, they pulled all that down, and then they even put a hammock up there for me.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I thought I saw that when I was up there. I'm like, that looks like a hammock.
Yep.
Those are perfect little hammock spots.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, we're hoping that
even in the future you could put like a small, like those the state parks have campfire grills.
Yeah.
Just like in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You can just put one of those right there.
That's exactly right.
Put like a hammock, and you can eat in a hammock there.
So, yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
The way it's thrown over.
So, obviously we want to clean it up eventually, but of course, to the right is the hill as it slopes down. So we own the hill, obviously, at the very top of the open meadow. So from here all the way the length of the pond is, and look at that, look how.
That's amazing.
So we want to eventually clean up this hillside, get the lumber and chainsaws and stuff and clean this up, and then eventually also then work on opening up some sections. And then if we have campsites or small arch cabins down through here or whatever, then they have a direct view of the pond. They would be kind of up the hill a little bit.
Correct.
And then you like railroad ties.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And then you fill it up with pea, and then that allows for people to come down here and camp.
Yeah.
And then that would be how that would be down here. But then up top, if you wanted like a different experience the next time you came, then this open meadow, then we would be able to have maybe a half a dozen small arched cabins up there. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,100 square feet kind of thing. 10 to 15 trees that are actually dead. Yeah. That just need to be taken out.
Oh, yeah,
and you could just one week and
the dead ones.
Yeah. I mean, that would be very easy for you to be able to do. But no, I appreciate. I mean, then around the side here as we walk around. So this is sort of the area that we'd be able to develop in the future. Obviously, this isn't going to be but I would still like people to be able to hike here. I'd still like to be able to get it cleaned up so that when I bring out potential investors, then they can have a little bit better idea of what it's going to look like.
Yeah, that is a great idea.
When we start moving forward with however we move forward. That way,
you can walk through and clear the trees out and have like a legitimate hiking path.
Correct. And then let them, because I'm finding that not everyone has the same imagination that I do. And look,
that's awesome.
I consider that the best view in Middle Tennessee, or at least White County.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you get many properties with that kind of view, do you?
No, it's beautiful.
There's your early morning sun for the fall.
Right.
And it does get, it does get up in here. But for the most part, literally year round, this is in shade. So if I can put campsites or cabins or whatever, my heating and cooling costs and everything else is going to be, world when I want to take out 90% of the trees on this hill and use the dirt to push down the hill.
Right.
It makes no sense.
Would not want to do that.
But here's that indention that I was telling you about. See how this, and then that goes right up to the circle gravel driveway.
Right.
So if those other two people that helped me over in that other area, if you can imagine, if I could get them down here along with you guys or whoever else would want to come and, help out, I would love to figure out how we could build, kind of a switchback walking path from the top of the hill down here. That way people could park there and they can just walk right down here. And then if you could imagine us taking out some of these trees and these cattails, and then you see what the view would be.
Yeah.
Could you imagine them walking down this hill?
Coming straight down
but then we build a dock.
Mm-hmm.
We
put some benches on it. Yeah.
Straight out. So you're coming down the hill and boom, it opens up to this. Well, here's where you would put in.
I didn't want you to think I was all play and no work. Though.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Get you. I get you. So this is where they put in. Because it's water right here.
Okay, so you just kind of like scoot out into the...
Yeah. Just boom.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. And this is the highest I've seen this pond this late in the season.
Usually quite a lot.
Usually by this time, and I've been out coming and watching in all seasons, usually by this time, this water is actually before the weeds.
Okay.
And in the wintertime it does. It shrinks down to the inside part of the.
This is spring fed, you said, right?
Everyone has told me it has to be spring fed because there's just too much water.
Right, and it makes sense because it would go somewhere if it wasn't. And it's still pretty cold actually, so that gives you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, I believe it'd like be 85 degrees, right?
Yeah, it's 58 in the ground.
Yeah.
58 degrees is the temperature of the water in the ground.
It's all of that. It's cold.
Yeah, for sure.
See what I'm saying? That's cold water.
Yeah. That's like well water. That's what well water is.
And it's clear too. I mean, I know that because it's riding on about, 5 or 6 layers of, dirt that's gathered since the beginning of time, but that rents what's basically a pontoon boat that has a vacuum cleaner underneath. And it has a cantilevered 45-degree angle, like combine thing that runs underneath the water.
That makes sense.
So as you go forward, it rolls, and it pulls that silt towards
the
vacuum thing. Well, the vacuum thing is basically then a big, huge tube that then runs to the shoreline.
Yeah.
And then they provide you, they provide you actually biodegradable bags.
Oh, wow.
That you can fill up.
That's awesome.
So for $25,000, they will bring it, send the guy with them, train you for 3 days, and then you have it for 30 days, and then they come back and get it.
That's genius. That's not not a bad business model.
No, not at all. And so then they train you how to use this thing, and then as long as you've got the money to put gas in the thing, you can run it 24/7 for 30 days. And I'm pretty sure that if we, in the wintertime, when the water levels were low, if we wanted to be able to do that. So that's where, again, it's not cheap, but I tried to work with like the local USDA and other people to ask them, was there any sort of grants? I said, well, it's habitat. You want to maintain habitat. Obviously, we have blue herring and white herring and osprey in the trees. We have largemouth bass. We have, turtles. We got all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
Don't you want this maintained? And if it's filling up with silt and it's not going to be here anymore, is that something you want to, but they said that there wasn't any grants. So anyway, but yeah, this is I call this the south end of the pond. And I have also done aerial Google map stuff. And even in the worst drought of the last 75 years in '88, this south end of the pond stayed full.
Very nice.
It dried up from this point out in here all the way up to the north part of the pond. That did dry up, but this south end. So I think the spring is pretty much located somewhere here on this south end. So that if
that's why I touched that water to see what.
Yeah,
it's pretty cold.
Yeah, and that was the reason why, if anything that I did with the silt, I would focus on this south end of the pond, you know, and try to improve this. I would love this south end of the pond to be set up for more paddle boats and kayaking and docks and fishing
you
and
could put a
recreation.
Small dock.
Yeah.
That just barely hangs above the grass here.
Yeah.
All the way out there.
Yeah.
Like they have at China Beach.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
I think so.
So, all right, let's keep walking. We got plenty to look at. So my property here on the left goes to the top of the hill, all the way up there, to the left. So they're putting in a subdivision over here, sadly.
That's what they do with a lot of land nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. But I have the opportunity, because I don't think anyone's going to buy the lot that's on the other side of the tree at the top of the hill that was up here. This is a lot, and there's a driveway that comes down, and then there's a second lot. But both of those lots up at the very top, one, they're right by the road, and two, their backyard would be a sinkhole. So I don't think, given that there's another 23 lots to choose from, that anyone's going to choose the two lots at the very front. So I'm hoping at some point I can get those two lots up at the front for cheap, and then that would allow for me from the road a drive that would then come down. You see, it hugs the hillside and comes down, and then it would naturally come down onto right here. But for right now, where that stake is, that's where my property line, and then it goes all the way to the back. But then that.
So you've got all this rolling stuff here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, all of this, all the way back through here.
Nice.
Yeah. And then that would allow people to be able to, we could put in a road, basically, and then if you could imagine arch cabins on this hill.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah.
2 or 3, and then allow people, they just drive down, and then they just park at the base of the hill, and we just have little stairs that would just go walk up to the arch cabins.
Perfect.
Then down here in this tree line,
I'm loving all the wildflowers.
oh, we got plenty.
I think we're gonna need to pick some for our ladies so they don't kill us when we get back. 8 o'clock at night.
Just don't grab the ones that got kickers on them.
I know, right? We got Queen Anne's Land.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here, if you could imagine, we clean up the shoreline here and open up a view of the pond, and then, so can you kind of see where there's the three trees, the ones that are split, and that right here?
Right.
If you could imagine from right about here all the way back to there, about a 30 by 60 foot chapel.
Oh yeah. That'd be perfect.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be awesome.
So then the back end of the chapel would be the where the speakers would be, and then have a wall of glass or 3 or 4 big huge windows.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Where the speakers, their backdrop would be basically the pond and the tree line across the pond.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You could even.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, and then through the woods across the pond, you could put a big old cross. Somewhere. That way you could look.
That's a fantastic idea. I had not thought of that.
We'll have to do some Googling because I don't know what it is, but I'll put the name on the screen once I find out.
I think it's called a flower.
It's definitely called a flower.
It's something. It's something. And then you got more of this yellow stuff, and then you got the little white daisies. And then I don't even know what this stuff is.
Thistle?
No. Oh, it's clover. It's a variation of clover.
Cows will love it. That's all I know.
I'd like to clear the edge keep the trees, cut the trees, and then do raised platforms like tree houses.
Perfect.
In between the trees.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like this, right? Like
you could even make them really
like
primitive,
this, right? Like this right here. You got this one.
Yeah.
You got that one, and you got that one here, and put a platform between this and this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you just walk down here, set up your tent, and then look what your morning looks like.
Yeah.
Glorious.
And then if you want, again, we could have kayaks down here, or people could pull kayaks down here, and then you can see as late as September, as long as the water's up. I mean, we can clear this pond edge, and they got direct access right to the pond to be able to put a kayak in and start. I had the guy that's running for county mayor on the property a couple weeks ago, and we sat and we talked, and I talked to him about like a public-private partnership where we could get it involved to where the local county, you know, and we create maybe something like a nonprofit called the Duck Pond Nature Center, or something like that, and then basically we would maintain everything around the pond, but then give like the county government everything from the pond edge 20 foot back or something.
Right.
And then basically draw a big circle around the pond. And then if we have a nonprofit, then maybe that would open us up for some grants to pay for the things that we need to do to improve the pond, improve access to the pond, and allow people to come out here and enjoy it. Did you see that?
There's a big frog.
Oh, tons of frogs. It's unbelievable. And that's the reason why I believe that's the reason why, because the pond's so big, we actually get waves on it, and we have the frogs, and we have the dragonflies. In the summertime, there's like on that south end of the pond, there's probably 700 dragonflies flying around all over the place. I'm talking half the size of my hand. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're huge. And
dragonfly is a mosquito's worst nightmare too.
Exactly, and so that's the
really
reason why
to have dragonflies.
I've had maybe, and it's usually right at sunset, just like anything else. But like in the middle of the day here, we don't have swarming black gnats or swarming flies or anything like that down here. There's plenty down here with the frogs and the dragonflies and the fish and everything else for that to get eaten up. And so
and that's why it's so important to keep all those native things.
Correct.
And people are like, well, I have so many mosquitoes in my yard. That's because they have nowhere to live. Like things that eat mosquitoes have nowhere to live.
Correct.
And mosquitoes can live in a bucket of water. So that's your problem.
Exactly right.
You need to bring back the predators.
Yeah, we definitely have a pretty amazing, now all this, get us an orchard back here.
Oh, for sure.
And then get in a pump and drip line irrigation.
Yeah.
How many apple trees could I have back here?
Quite a bit. And
or how many pecan trees, or pear trees, or cherry trees.
Right.
Or,
you could have a row of each.
Yeah. And then bring people onto the property and let them.
Yeah, they could pick and you could give to the homeless.
Correct.
Anybody.
Correct. Yeah. And then anyone who comes and stays. Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Give me. Go pick my cherries. Pick a bucket for me. Pick a bucket for you.
Yeah.
You know, and then have it harvested, and then like I said, so this is actually what we're on is actually a part of an old farm called the Johnson Farm that was 250 acres that extended back to the west. This was kind of the furthest east part of the pond, or east part of the farm.
That's your last name too, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah. So a Johnson took over part of the old Johnson Farm. So I do think it was meant to be, if you kind of think about stuff like that. But
I mean, it doesn't seem like a coincidence.
No. And so a local family, they had, I guess, a pretty good relationship with Mr. Johnson, and so he allowed them to build this duck blind and to duck hunt on the property. And so they still pay me, a small yearly fee, but then they also help me with the land. If I could get that bush hogged and tilled this spring, and then I would like to throw down about 8,000 to 15,000 zinnia seeds in a certain half acre. And then I know that over the next 3 or 4 years, those zinnias would just completely, could you imagine that coming and then looking on that hillside at the very front and literally having 2 acres of zinnia.
Yeah. And you could get native wildflowers as well from like Lowe's or whatever.
Yeah.
It just comes in a big mixture. You don't know what you're going to get. You just throw it down.
And start but that's what start with the zinnias because they'll grow in anything.
They will.
And then get the other wildflowers a chance.
That's true, yeah.
So then to the adjacent areas of the zinnias, then usually the water this time of year isn't even here. And you can watch, so that's still my property back there.
Yeah, and so this brownish grass and then it goes to that green. Is that green dry as well?
No.
No? So
that's marsh.
That's pretty cool actually. That's another big environmental plus to have a marsh here.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a frog jumping in.
Because marshland is getting more rare.
Yeah.
Because when people build, they disrupt the natural water, you know.
So the pond, now I had, again, the land management guy tried to convince me that the pond was coming from a spring that was up there, and he showed me something on the map, and I'm like, dude, I don't think you're right. Everyone that I've talked to, the pond flows out this north end. And this is Rum Creek, and that Rum Creek can be traced to another larger tributary, and that larger tributary ends up going over Fancher Falls into Center Hill Lake.
Wow. Okay.
So I've had 5 people tell me that. This land management guy that wanted the big bulldozer and do all that, he's trying to tell me that the spring that's up here is flowing this way. I'm like, yeah, but then why when I come out here is the water going the other direction? Oh, well, it's backfilling. He was trying to tell me that the water was running from that spring up there down here, filling up the pond, and then backfilling, and then I'm looking at the backfill, and I'm like, okay, I guess if that's what you got to save face, that's fine, but I'm not buying it, brother.
No, I'm not buying it either.
Yeah.
That bur oak tree.
If you tilt around and come this way.
It looks like pawpaws.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
And if you put, and then look at this side branch coming out.
Oh wow.
It's 3 times bigger than 90% of the trees around here.
Yeah. Great Pawpaw Moore had a tree in his front yard.
Yeah.
Just like this.
Yeah.
And it was almost like an omen. It fell after a storm.
Yeah.
And like what? A few days later?
He
He passed. Yeah, it was like.
All right, well, if I call you up and I tell you that it's falling over, then, get me to the hospital.
We'll go. Come on, Mark, let's get out of here.
But I don't know, how tall, are you 5'8"?
10, 5'11".
5'11", okay, so go over there, film him, go over there. Now, you got to be 4 foot up off the ground.
Right.
So if you can kind of estimate that, right? Now try to put your arms around it at about 4 foot up off the ground. And then I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, it's big.
I'm pretty positive all day long with doubling up the inches. It's all day long. It's 150 inches around. Would you not agree?
Mushroom, but I'm not sure what it is. It almost looks like a stink pot the way it's folded in and it's holding a lot of water. And smell it. It smells rotten.
And that's why it's called a stink pot, huh?
I think so. I'll have to look it up. I'm not 100%.
But now you can see why this tree has done so well here.
Yeah.
You think it's got
150 gallons a day or something crazy like that?
Yeah.
That they drink?
Yeah. Well, and then this if you look all the way to the top, this is all of 150. This is a 150 foot tall tree, all day long. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get back there, by the way, because but basically what I do is I go left to go right.
Yeah.
And the other day, there was no water where those trees that were in that tree line was. But to give you an idea, if you look, come over. You see the tallest tree there in the tree line there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's another white oak tree, and it's just as old.
So let me just see if I can.
It's just as old as the one that we're just now looking at, but it's literally probably 100 foot taller than this one.
Yeah.
It's almost 250 foot tall. And you can't see them from here. The reason why I wanted to get to the back side of the property, there's 6 of them.
Oh, wow.
And they're at a 45-degree angle.
Those are the ones you're telling me about. They might be all
Yes, and
related.
I think that they're all, I think that they got to be brothers and sister, however the tree people look at that.
Yeah.
That one grew up, dropped, and then the other,
sprouted.
and then the other, and the other. And then so there's a half a dozen back there. One of them has a bird, what is it?
A burl?
A burl, a round burl thing up in the branch.
Like when it's like a growth?
Yeah, a growth.
On the side of the tree?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
If you combine all 3 of our upper bodies, that's about how big it is. It's incredible.
There are woodworkers that will pay like
I know
a lot of money for those.
I know. Well, that's so
because it makes like a beautiful, when they start chopping on it and cutting it down, it makes a beautiful bowl. And
you probably could make about a half a dozen bowls out of these.
Oh, dude. Your favorite, Austin?
Oh, crawdad.
Yeah, we have those.
It's a crawdad mound. It's, where's his hole? Well, that just tells me what I need to throw when I go fishing.
Okay.
Crawdad lure, because that's what's in there.
Oh, because the fish, that's what the fish are eating.
Yeah, the bass are going to eat those
Match
crawdads.
the hatch.
Match the hatch, that's right.
Match the hatch. Wow, that's it. I've learned something today.
Yep.
Now, if you see a bug flying around, a big lake or something, use a lure that looks just like that.
It's actually like...
then they're waiting for that to get so close to the surface, and then they jump up and they eat it.
Whatever's in season, like...
What is that?
Another crawdad hole.
Oh, crawdad hole, okay.
Whatever the flies... Like whenever they hatch.
Yeah. Oh, careful. Dang. Whew.
He's trying to clear.
Where did that? But I didn't chop this.
Well,
what happened?
Something did.
Beaver.
Ah, beavers.
Maybe.
Do we have beavers? Do we have beavers?
I don't know. I think beavers are more.
I don't know.
This looks a little rougher than a beaver. But I don't know.
You're right. That's weird. I never know.
But you do have a lot that's down. And you haven't cut recently?
Yeah, no, what is that? That's new. Over there.
I don't see what you're talking about.
Oh, maybe I'm lying. I thought it was that. I thought that was...
Okay.
Oh. Weird.
It's not going to be a...
Well, I'm thankful it wasn't a big tree.
Look at the edge. Look at the edges. That's unique.
There's a cool mushroom. I'm going to do a lot of Googling. I love all the natural fauna and crazy wildlife I'm seeing already.
Yep. I'm wondering if someone's been back here. Now maybe because I've just never paid attention.
Yeah.
But
well, why would they just
I've never noticed
trees and leave?
I've never noticed. I've never, and I don't know. This doesn't look new.
No, it's been here for a little while because these trees are But yeah, see how rough it is? Yeah. A beaver would be like, I would assume, a nice clean cut.
Yeah. But why would it just be snapped?
And I'm not trying to be mean, but whoever's swinging the axe isn't very good.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't me.
No, whoever swing the axe is, like you said, it's not clean cut. It's very erratic movements.
Maybe my guy that I was having clean up there, maybe he came back here one day in the last week, because I don't remember this like this. Now you can go straight, so we don't have to walk back. So this is the edge of my property, as far as it comes up there to the north boundary of the property, which is still another quarter of a mile.
Wow.
So I got a little room.
Yeah.
Now, funny enough, this is just 30 acres, but it seems bigger, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Man, that makes me think, when I'm looking at property to buy of my own,
yeah, I know.
I'm thinking 5, that's not enough, man.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking, I think 5 might be just fine.
Well, funny enough you say that. That's why I brought it up, because I originally wanted like 80 to 150 is what I was looking at.
Man.
And when I finally, again, remember that whole, hey, you need to double up your efforts and you need to figure it out and so on and so forth. Part of that was like, okay, whatever God provides.
True.
And then I have some videos on my YouTube channel that, explain, kind of how, after I came to that conclusion, that, things opened up for me.
Right.
And
I'll drop your YouTube in the description.
Yeah.
Liberty Oak Oasis. Yeah, if you had that big of a property, we would be on a golf cart.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, you're not gonna.
We'd be driving around it.
Exactly. Yeah, and to be honest with you, if we went to the back side of the property, I've been up there for an hour and a half, just walking around, because it's a completely different. It's higher ground.
Yeah.
It's 100%. It's higher ground. It's 100% wooded. There's no like weeds or grass or anything like this in there, and there's evidence of turkey.
It's a morning glory.
There you go.
Some of the plants I know what they are.
And an anthill.
Oh, what's so little? Bless you.
I'm only allergic to every tree in Tennessee.
For some B-roll.
There you go, Eli. Some B-roll footage.
But yeah, you can know. I know that.
Whatever this is, when it deadheads like this, you can break it off and then shake the seeds out, and you got plenty of seeds to just. They're right here at the base. What is that pretty flower?
And that happens naturally via a bird landing on it. And
Shake it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's totally.
pigs, deer.
That's called a self-seeding plant. Obviously, for obvious reasons, it seeds itself.
I wonder if there's a deeper analogy in where Jesus is talking about the soul, the self-seeding plant.
Yeah.
Maybe we should be like a.
Yeah. That's incredibly cool.
You know, Mark, Eli's a preacher man, so you. I'm not as
a
close.
heathen.
I'm not as close as Eli.
That's not as true as you think.
We're all just walking each other home.
That's right.
Blueberries and blackberries. Figure out how to do that. Yeah, that's definitely something
Yeah, you can make your own jelly and jam and.
Correct.
You said apples in Tennessee. I'm not sure. I know Great Papa had an orchard in Georgia. And those did fine.
Yeah.
Our Papa has crab apples on his property, and they do phenomenal.
Okay.
But they're more of a tart.
Yeah.
For jelly.
Yeah, we had 3 crabapple trees in front of my house growing up. A lot, and it goes to right here. Yeah, it crosses over. And then after that stake is my land.
Okay.
So his lot comes down. He's already said that I can drive across it, obviously. That's next to his. That starts here and goes up. That's a lot that then comes down to here. And then the other lot is by the tree 200 foot along the road, cuts down through the sinkhole, and then comes back over. So I'd have to buy the lot that's up there on the hill with the sinkhole, and then I'd have to buy this lot next to it. And then that would give me the whole path down the hill to just then let him give me the permission to drive over this little back, whatever it be, 100 feet or whatever, 60 feet.
With this, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to fill in that.
Correct.
Like outdoor people, you want to feel out in the woods sometimes, but not have to hike 4 or 5 miles to get to it.
Correct.
And that's what this would be. They can camp without, killing their bodies.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I'm literally.
And then for older veterans that can't hike like they used to.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thank you for watching our tour of Liberty Oak Oasis. If you feel led to help in any way, don't hesitate to reach out. Together, we can plan something great. Y'all stay blessed.